First thing that happened here was Valve getting ganked by Riot Games, and more specifically, Blizzard. When word got out that the lead modder and developer for Dota, IceFrog, was in talks with Valve to make an official standalone sequel. Dota, for those who don't know, is a mod of the Blizzard game Warcraft 3, the first true MOBA. MOBA stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, which, thinking about it now, is an extremely vague definition. This could literally apply to almost anything. Both Riot Games and Blizzard started a legal battle over the ownership of the IP. Riot, due to them having employed the previous head modders for Dota, who now work on their new game, League of Legends. And Blizzard, due to Dota being a mod of their game, Warcraft 3. But nevertheless, IceFrog and Valve continued the game development despite the opposition from these two companies. It was also around this time that the new and expanded Counter-Strike Global Offensive began development in March of 2010. With a nice visual upgrade, the new title would eventually succeed in bringing the original and Counter-Strike Source players together in one game. After a rocky start, it took some time, but now Counter-Strike Global Offensive is almost consistently the most played game on Steam at any given time. In May of 2012, the legal battles for Dota was settled out of court, with Valve possessing ownership of the Dota name. In August of 2012, Counter-Strike Global Offensive was officially released, with Dota getting its own release later in July of 2013. This is the shift that I was talking about, as Valve prioritized the two new esport titans that Dota and Counter-Strike had become. Millions of players for both games, multi-million-dollar tournaments, and the highest prize pools in esports history. I know many people miss the glory days of old Valve. I do too. But the success of esports era Valve shouldn't be understated. These two games were juggernauts in the first-person shooter and MOBA genres. Do you want to know the slickest maneuver ever pulled in all of gaming? Valve invented the Battle Pass with Dota back in 2013. But with all this success came a cost. There were no more new single-player games being developed. Most of Valve's attention was given to Counter-Strike and Dota. Hell, Valve's other multiplayer games were really starting to be neglected. Shout out to TF2.
You would not believe how much this hurts.
Anyone looking at Valve at this time wouldn't say that they were failing as a company. In fact, they were making more money than ever. But you would say that they were failing as a game company. They released a couple of Dota spin-off games called Artifact and Dota Underlords in 2018 and 2020 respectively. The former being a massive flop for Valve. Having a few good ideas and innovations in the trading card game genre, but lacked public interest, while the latter being somewhat of a success at launch and being a new entry in the auto-battler genre ultimately wasn't enough, as both games have effectively died with their player counts dropping into nothing.